Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our April 30th, 2026 weekly energy reading and a 3-card pick. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe as it really helps the channel. I am indulging myself with my favorite Akashic Tarot deck by Sharon Klingler and Sandra and Taylor. We'll pick some energy cards from that deck. And then I have a new deck. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck from Denise, Linn. We'll pick a clarifying card from there. And then we'll do our 3-card pick with the Sacred Forest Oracle, also by Denise, Linn. I really was drawn to the word sacred, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and both decks are both done by Denise, Linn. So without further ado, and I'm going to have to do a little bit of a deep dive on her. I don't know much about her. So anyway, the word, like I say, for this week is sacred. That's what drew me to these cards, to these decks. And of course, the Akashic Tarot deck. I love that deck. So, but anyway, we'll pull some cards from the Akashic Tarot. We'll get a clarifying card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And then we will do our 3-card pick from the Sacred Forest Oracle. That being the case, I'm just going to shuffle here. This is for the week, our energy reading for the week of April 30th, 2026. You know, when I've used this deck lately, we've kind of been getting the same cards. Yeah. And we're kind of getting the same cards again. So no problem. We'll see what we get. Let's pull one clarifying card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle. See what we get. This is the first time I am using this deck. So here we go. First out, we got 12, which is basically a major arcana card in this deck, and that is called the Scribe. Then we got the 4 of Scrolls, which we've gotten this card many times, the Karmic Trench. And then we have the Queen of Roses. We've gotten her not as often. The Karmic Trench we tend to get, we've been getting that quite a bit. Our clarifying card, Forgiveness. So let's do a deep dive here on what the Scribe says. Let's see if we can't figure out some energy for this week. Maybe to give us some guidance and maybe not. As we know, it's for entertainment purposes only. So there you go. Okay, the Scribe. The learned scribe writes at a high desk. Nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient societies, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts. But in many, they were the most learned men of their time, people well-versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. This card indicates a great upsweep in mind and study for you. I like that. If there's any subject with which you'd like to acquaint or reacquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although that's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning is nothing less than a change your life or even change the world opportunity. Just as the Wright brothers began by studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise up on the wings of discovery now. There may be a teacher or an entire school that can help you with this upliftment. Be sure to seek out the right person or place of learning. You could also become a writer or teacher yourself at this time, elevating and contributing to others. If you're involved in any legal matters, there is a person who can help you with this. Let your great vision guide you to him or her. Could also be a time when you might find yourself writing proposals, grants, essays, blogs, articles, or books. Notice what compels you and be sure to answer the call. I love this. This is a call to action, right? Oh, I love it. Then though, I love this too because we get this 4 of Scrolls, and I think I kind of already know what this 4 of Scrolls is here. Oh, here I'm right there. The Karmic Trench. In a field meant to be planted, a man, dirty from his efforts, stands knee-deep inside a long trench. The seeds wait to be planted, yet he continues to dig deeper and deeper. There are other rows plowed and ready for planting, but they are ignored. This card reveals a difficult pattern in your life, a pattern of self-defeating feelings, thoughts, and actions that you've brought forward from previous incarnations. You returned to this life with the intention of breaking this karmic pattern, but you got pulled into the old thoughts and behaviors. You've been digging yourself deeper into a karmic trench that gets harder and harder to escape. This pattern is not uncommon to you. This pattern is not unknown to you. You recognize it in your relationships, in your jobs, and certainly in your beliefs, behaviors, and responses. It's time to take charge of your karma by altering the inner ideas, feelings, and patterns that cause you to make sabotaging choices. Every time you notice yourself making an old choice that digs you deeper into your karmic trench, you can change your mind and your actions. Yes, change your perspective. Without such work, you could go lifetimes burying yourself in the same feelings. But with your commitment to making changes every day, you can dig yourself out. Yeah, I love that. And with the scribe, that I think it kind of goes without even being said here about, moving forward, right? Yeah, there's opportunities to learn new things and do new things. So let's see, here we go. And then we have, of course, our Queen of Roses. And I will get there at some point. Here we go, Queen of Roses. This card shows a beautiful woman with roses in her hair and all around her. A beautiful scene expands outside, but she is peacefully focusing on the flower in her hand. The Queen of Roses signifies a woman who is loving and supportive, but with a passionate side as well. This is a card of a loving connection. A relationship with someone you know may deepen and become more meaningful, or someone new may appear. I love that. Be open to the connection. It may be a romantic one, or it might be that a family, friend, or coworker is going to be helpful and valuable to you in some way. The Queen of Roses can represent you or a woman in your life stepping into the role of wife or mother at this time. It's a time for loving energy to be voiced. This card shows a happy resolution to a difficulty with family, a friend, or a love relationship. The time for peaceful, loving connections is at hand, so open your heart to the expressions of caring within and around you. Okay, love all that. And then we're going to take a look at this forgiveness card. And then we're going to take a little, do a little intuitive reading on all this, right? After we read it. So, forgiveness, sunset glow. As the sun sinks behind the horizon and the reds and oranges turn to the lavenders and deep purples of the ensuing night, the day is complete. Sunset signifies that a new cycle has begun. As each star emerges into the velvet sky, we enter a realm of the dark unknown, where magic and even the mystery of life itself seems to shimmer above us. To be regretting that the day is done is to miss the glory of the starry heavens above. Love that. It is human to want to hold on to the past, our memories, experiences, and relationships. However, there can be times when we are carrying so much of the past that we can't fully see the present. The past doesn't need to equal the future. Just because you had a pattern or a recurring challenge in the past doesn't mean that it needs to recur in the future. The key is to be willing and ready to simply and cleanly let go of the hold that the past has on you. The past is gone, and it's okay to let go. The way to do this is to fully immerse yourself in the here and now. Be super aware of the sights, sounds, smells, textures, and energy of your present. When you do this, the past simply vanishes and the glory of the present emerges. So the meaning that I'm getting, you can certainly, I've read to you everything I've seen. So you know what, the scribe, right? It might be time now to move forward, right? Stop digging ourselves into these belief trenches that we're in. Time to say, hey, you know what? It's okay. It's okay to forgive and put a period and move on. Yeah, I learned the lesson and now I'm leaving, that area of my life behind so that I can go and really have this beautiful, it's almost like someone comes into our lives, whether that's ourselves or another woman or whoever, to help us move forward, to help us put this scribe energy in motion, where we may also become the teacher while we're becoming the student, which I just love that thought. But yes, it is really, I've gotten this card quite a bit and over the last year or so. And it's like, yes, it's like we're getting to a point where we need to just say, you know what, we have to put a period and move on. We have to dig ourselves out of these trenches, not dig the trench deeper, not hide, but come out. We might need to learn some stuff. We might need to take some classes. We might need to teach some things, okay? Because we have to forgive our past and let it go and forgive those who have forsaken us and move forward into a beautiful new loving relationship, not only with others, but with ourselves, right? I mean, I speak about unconditional love, and it's like, I try my best to love others without unconditionally, right? Because everybody's on a different path, but we also have to love ourselves unconditionally. Yeah, I have issues, I have problems, whatever, but I still love myself unconditionally because you know what? I accept myself and I accept the world. It's like it's perfect and it's imperfection. I want to clarify that. There's nothing imperfect. Everything is perfect. But for my third dimensional mind to wrap around it, Somebody said that to me, that, oh, well, that's perfect in its imperfection. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, everything is perfect in its imperfection, right? We see imperfections in things, or things we would like to be different, but we can still love it. And it's still perfect, actually, in the universe. So I love this reading. It's a reading of release and letting go, but yet also grounding ourselves in learning, in helping, in working with each other, right? Learning, teaching, getting ourselves out of these trenches and moving into like a new belief system. And one of the main ways to do it is to forgive, right? To forgive, and to forgive ourselves even for having maybe certain belief systems, and say, you know what, it's okay. We had a certain belief system here and there, but I'm going to change it. And I think sometimes people think it's like a big process, or it's really hard, or I have to do a lot of study. And I've learned that, yes, that may be the case. Everybody's different. But really, you just say, I'm not going to believe that anymore. I'm going to look at things from a different perspective, right? And that's it. Moving forward. It's like took 1 second to change it. We don't have to always get into, investing in a lot of time and money and resources to just say, I'm just not going to do that. I'm just going to change the way I'm doing things and move forward the new way. So there you go. I love that. Now we're going to pick the 3 cards, do our 3-card pick with this Sacred Forest Oracle, also by Denise Linn. It's just some beautiful imagery, I'll tell you, on her cards, especially these cards. The Sacred Forest imagery is just gorgeous. So let me shuffle these cards for our 3-card pick. Do one more shuffle. All right. And here we go. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Think about which card resonates with you. 1, 2, or 3. If you picked card 1, you got Raven Spirit, and that's truth. And that number is a 32. Yeah, 32, which is a 5, which is change, right? Changing our truth. I love this. Raven Spirit, if you got this card, it might be time to take a look at your belief system, your truths, in quotes, and see if you can't change them and make them like a higher vibration. Enlighten them, right? Be enlightened by them. That's card 1. If you got card 2, you got Maple Spirit. And this says generosity. This also is a 23, which adds up to a 5. Maybe, some generosity is needed, whether you need to actually be on the receiving end of some, which is very hard for me to receive generosity, but I have to learn to be very accepting of generous things that people do for me, right? And thank them. Of course, I always thank them, but I'm always like, oh, they didn't have to do that. No, it's nice. It's kind of nice being on the receiving end of some generous energy. You might have to learn that. You might have to be generous to someone else. This 23 is change. So it seems to me that there might be some change needed if you got this card in how you view generosity. And if you picked card 3, you got 19, which adds up to 10, which is a 1, which is a new beginning. And this says Forest Temple. Look at this beautiful artwork. Enlightenment, right? Moving forward into a new higher vibration of enlightenment, which I love that. So that may be just what, you picked card 3, and you might be getting ready to go through like another, upgrade in your energy and getting that beautiful, because something enlightens us, right? And we're like, oh, I can never look at it again like I used to, because now I've been enlightened. So I love that. That's it. I will see you tomorrow for our weekend energy read and a 3-card pick. Don't forget, Mondays are my quick pick a card shorts. Tuesdays are my super duper girl shorts. Wednesdays are my astrology tarot card readings. We are Thursday with our weekly energy reading and a 3-card pick. And tomorrow, Fridays, are my weekend energy reading with a 3-card pick. And until then, namaste.